Hello guys, this is 12th Harbinger and welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to give you a guide on how to clear the new 4.4 Spiral Abyss Floor 12 by giving you some useful tips and tricks and suggesting some best teams. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Starting with 12-1 first half. This chamber is quite easy. There are only 4 enemies here in total. The first wave spawned 2 mecha enemies. These enemies are already quite close to each other, making it easier to hit them with AoE attacks even without any crowd control units. These 2 enemies will keep moving towards you and eventually get closer, making it more easier to defeat them. The next wave spawns 2 enemies again, but this time there are Dendroprimus breachers. These enemies are also close to each other, so you can hit them with your AoE characters even without a crowd control character. Also be aware while using Menet, as the Dendro attacks can insta-kill you with burning reaction if you don't have high enough healing. All in all, this chamber is quite easy and great for AoE characters like Xiangling, Beidou, Gaming, etc. Single target DPS also work here. In 12-1 second half, immediately start your rotation with your supports, as you can start dealing damage to the Ruined Serpent as soon as it comes on the ground. So use this window to deal as much damage as possible before the boss goes underground. Wait for the Ruined Serpent to come up again and use your skills to harass the boss. I have noticed that the Ruined Serpent comes up in around 3 seconds after going underground. If the boss does this vortex attack, you can get out of it by sprinting continuously with a tall character. When the Ruined Serpent does this bomb attack, that is when the body starts glowing, you can disable it by hitting the glowing parts of its body. Make sure you have your main skills ready during this phase to defeat the boss quickly when it gets paralyzed. This boss is not difficult, but due to the short amount of its fill time, longer rotations are a disadvantage. With long setups, you will waste a lot of time and the boss will go underground again. So a simple way to fight this boss is by using characters who can deal good damage in short damage windows like Wanderer, Ningguang, Kaching, Tignari, Nuvilate, etc. along with supports whose abilities last for a long time like Yaimiko, Furina, Fischl, Zhongli, Nahida, Yelan, Xingqiu, etc. Yaimiko can hit the boss with her elemental skill even when it is underground, making her an amazing choice for this boss. If your team requires some setup, do it before the boss comes up on the ground, so that when the boss comes up it becomes easier to defeat it. Or you can save your bursts when the boss starts charging its bombs. The course can be broken by using abilities that have multiple hits or large hitboxes like bursts of Kaching, Venti, Xingqiu, Yelan, Raiden, Xiangling, Ganyu, Ayato, Ayaka, Kazuha, etc. Or you can aim and break the course with bow characters. Raiden's elemental skill attacks can also work. It would be easier to break the course with a combination of 2 characters from this list. My favorite character to use for breaking the course is Kaching, as she can easily do it with her burst. All in all, I feel like it's completely random to destroy all of its cores, so it would be better if you don't completely rely on this phase. Also, if your characters are built decently and used in right teams, for example my Alhaitham here, you can melt the HP of boss within seconds. Moving on to 12-2 first half. Starting off, wait for the enemies to summon their pets. Till then you can prepare your supports. The pets are extremely squishy and can be easily defeated. Defeating the pets will deal a significant amount of damage to the caster, reduce their resistance and paralyze them for few seconds. Defeating the pets is the first step, after that it is a matter of seconds before you kill the caster. The next wave also summons similar enemies, so follow the same strategy. Pets first, then the casters. Here I would recommend you to go near the Dendro Eremite, as the Pyro one will eventually come towards you and the Dendro Eremite will try to maintain a distance from you. Also, the Pyro and Dendro combination attacks can delete your HP really fast with burn reactions, so bring a good healer. In 12-2 second half, we have the Setekh Wenut. The Setekh Wenut is a similar boss to the Ruined Serpent, as it spends most of its time underground. This boss has 90% Anemo resistance, so don't use Anemo DPS here. It has increased resistance to all elements unless it gets knocked down after destroying 2 of its wind bullets. This only decreases the resistance of the element that was used to knock down the Venut. So using the element of your main DPS or sub DPS to knock it down is what you should do if possible. The bullets can be destroyed using only Pyro, Hydro, Cryo and Electro. At the start of the battle, this boss will occasionally come up from underground, allowing you to harass it with your skills. Just make sure you have your character's burst or main source of damage ready for the wind bullet state. If you fight this boss 2 to 3 times, you will get to know its attack patterns and you can plan your skills correctly. Now after a while, a Setekh Wenut will enter wind bullet state. It will start moving in the air and summon Anemo bullets. You will need to infuse 2 of the bullets with Pyro, Hydro, Electro or Cryo. The boss is quite similar to the Ruined Serpent, so most of the tips that I mentioned there works for this boss as well, like using DPS that require short windows along with long lasting buffs for harassing the boss. Now here are 5 ways to destroy the wind bullets and knock the boss within seconds. The first one is by using the traditional bow method where you shoot the bullets with your bow character's charge attacks. Yelan and Ganyu can do it easily with their fully charged shot. The next is with Raiden's coordinated elemental skill attacks. You just need to hit the Wenut while Raiden's skill is active and the coordinated attacks will destroy its bullets. The third method is by swirling on the boss. You just need to swirl your desired element on the boss and this will destroy the bullets. The next method is by using Cookie Shinobu's burst. Wait for the Venut's head to come down as you can see in the video and use her burst. It will destroy the bullets and bring it down. The last way is with characters who have large AoE like bursts of New Village, Ganyu, Ayato, Rizli and Ayaka. And this is how you can defeat it easily. Also at the start of the wind bullet phase when the boss is coming out of the ground, it takes some time to summon the bullets. So you can utilize that time to use your supports like I used Naida's burst during that time. In 12-3 first half, the enemy spawning is similar to the previous chambers, 2 in the first wave and 2 in second. For grouping the enemies, go towards the mecha with the machine gun on the right. The one with the shield will come towards you and this will help you group them without crowd control characters. With this you can defeat both of them easily with your DPS. For the next wave the enemies are same, only their position is switched. We will follow the same grouping strategy. Go towards the machine gun mecha on the left and wait for the shielder one to come towards you in order to group them. In 12-3 second half, the Aeonblight Drake will take around 7 to 8 seconds to get up. You can use this time to fill your character's burst or use some support skills that take long time to cast like Naida's burst. As soon as the boss gets up, it will start flying. You need to shoot its wings with bow characters to paralyze it and bring it down. After bringing the boss down, it just becomes a punching bag and you can take it down easily. Just imagine you are fighting a normal ruin boss. However, if the battle drags on for quite a while, the boss will start charging up and absorb the element that it has taken most damage from and receive 60% resistance to it. However, this can be stopped easily by hitting its eyes while it is charging. If the boss starts flying again, just shoot it down. For the teams, the enemies of the first half are quite easy to group even without a crowd control unit. As a result, I would recommend you to use AoE DPS like Xiangling. Beidou is amazing here since there are only 2 enemies, which is a great setup for her. Single target DPS can also work here as there are only 2 enemies. Characters like Hu Tao can hit both the enemies together as they can be grouped easily. For the second half, single target DPS are great like Tignari, Yoimiya, Ningguang, Scaramouche, etc. Yaemiko is great as she can hit the Ruined Serpent while it is underground. Not to mention New Village, Alhaitham or Hyperbloom teams being good on every chamber. For F2Ps, I would recommend the Broken Xiangling national team on first half and the Hyperbloom team in the second half. Just make sure to bring appropriate characters for the Setekh Wenut and the Aeonblight Drake to hit their weaknesses. And that's all for this video. I hope it was helpful. Don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe for more Genshin content. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.